So after I made that magnificent 9-minute video, look at this shit. I go to play it back. Fucking neck. Well, I go to play it back, and you can't even hear a word I said because I had the Madonna. Well, because I had the Madonna song on the whole time. It's awful. I'm sitting here laughing at myself like, this is, one thing about God is since I've gotten to know him, he's got a great, great sense of humor. I mean, just the best. I laugh at it because it's like, it's funny, man. It's like, what the, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, only God could make good comedy like that. By the way, how's the red coming along? I swear I'm looking like my grandfather already. But, yeah, so I listened to it and it was all, I'll post it up there. But it's just comical. Unless I could get the music off somehow, I don't know, but it was kind of deep and special because it was for my grandfather, Well, I'll explain it. The colors for my grandfather, who was a rabbi in New York, Great Neck, New York, for the Iranian community for over 30 years. And his name's Elias Moreh. And, oh, wow, it's crazy. His anniversary, I didn't even think of this, but his anniversary of his death was in 2016. It's 7 years. It was right on February 2nd. So, and, so I went and got the red because he had red hair, and I painted it. And so, in his remembrance, because he was a good man, he always would say, if they do bad, you still do good to them. And I never forget that, and I've always remembered that, and I respected that, and I followed that. And that's what I think the Israeli community, the citizens should consider and forgive. And that was what I was saying. Let's all forgive first. Let's be the first ones to forgive. Instead of being the first ones to get the numbers at Super Farm, or instead of being the first ones to, get the numbers at Klalit or whatever, let's be the first ones to forgive. And we'll have peace here, and we'll have a better life, and we'll have a peace of mind, and most of all, we'll have peace. Yeah, most of all, we'll have peace. I will guarantee you, if we forgive first, we will all have peace and a better life. And in 5 years from now, Bezrat Hashem, Inshallah, Alhamdulillah, we will all be prospering more than we ever thought we would. We could have, our kids. I don't have kids. I don't have kids. All I have is Roscoe. Good old Roscoe. Look at Roscoe. Hey, Roscoe. It's my kid. This is the only one. It's so nice. This is my kid. This is my, he's my kid. He's my, yeah. So I don't have kids, but, for the people who do have kids, or about to have kids, or, listen, this is it. You see what's happening in the streets. Look at my face. It's my grandfather. It's colored hair that I try to, anyway, I didn't have any, you're the best. So, I just wanted to make this video to let everyone know, Jewish, Arab, Palestinian, whoever wants to be here, in this hell we're in right now. It's a hell. And listen, doesn't matter if I get arrested, not arrested. It's turned from democracy to, when I moved here 5 years ago, actually when I got deported here, from America, it was a different country, but I saw it getting there, and it's there now, and it blows me away. And you can check on my YouTube channel. It's Forgiveness First Ready. Forgiveness First Ready. You can check what I've been through in the last 6 months. I know what kind of where we're living. This is not a democracy. This is hell on earth. And then the sad part is the Sabras, the people who are born here, don't even know it because they don't know anything else. This is all they know, and they're just trying to skate through. Look at me. Look at me. They're just trying to get by without making problems or whatever. They live under duress, live under oppression, and so it's like enough is enough of this bullshit, because that's what it is. It's bullshit. It's the only country that mixes, church and state together, that calls itself a democracy. I mean, it's ideologically wrong. I mean, how can you mix church and state? What they create here is what's called balagan. It's a mess. It's a cloud. It's so that they can get away with all the fraud that they get away with. I know it. I've seen it. Listen. I know. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm telling you, it's wrong. It has to change. And it's like it's pure smoke clouds. And we deserve better than this. All of us. We deserve a real democracy. You can't separate. We need to separate church and state. So they're two different things. But first and foremost, before anything else, we need to forgive. Forgiveness First. ForgivenessFirst.com. Check out all the videos. You'll see them of my struggle, what I've been through. I'm an Iranian-born Jewish refugee to America. Grew up in New York 40 years, and then got deported for a small-time felony of stocks, something with stocks, because 2016, good old Trump came in and wanted to deport anyone that wasn't a citizen, and look, everything happens for a reason, okay? Hello. And so I was deported here. Actually, I was going to be deported to Iran. I was 2 months away. Yeah, it was September 16th. September 20th, 2016, the immigration got me. I was on my way to Iran. They were deporting me to Iran, which would have been to my death, because obviously I'm Jewish and I've been away for 40 years. And America was deporting me to my death. And at that point, there couldn't be anything. I couldn't think of anything worse in the world that could have happened to me than waiting on September 20th, finding out that I'm 2 months away from being sent to Iran. And I would look at it, and I would sit there and look up on the Sharia law. Okay, and remember, I remember sitting in jail on the top bunk and reading this, and it said they're going to cut half your arm off and half your other leg off. That's for any kind of theft. So that's what I was looking forward to. And then they were going to hang me. So, I was being sentenced to death by my own country, the United States. And this is true. This is a true story. I don't even know why I'm going into it right now, but by the grace of God, and I know I'm an agent of God. He has chosen me. Trust me. He's put me through all this. He hasn't put me, but he's tested. This is a test for me to be ready for what's coming. And so I was given Aliyah on September the 20th, 2017, 2 months away from being deported to Iran to be hung. And by God's grace, I landed in Tiberias, and I've been here ever since, and I've learned a lot, and I know a lot. I'm educated, and I know what's going on here. I know what it needs to change, and I know what it needs to be something different. It needs to be cut from the shoresh. That's one thing I learned at the Ulpan, that word shoresh, which means the roots. and really start a real democracy with a real constitution and a real sense of equality, real sense of equality and respect for one another. That's the only thing that will bring lasting peace to Israel. And I'll call it Israel until we do this, until we really bring democracy here. Then we can call it Israel, is what it's supposed to be. A democratic country, not one that occupies and, come on, dude, this is enough of this shit. Enough is enough, must speak. You know, I used to have Passover dinners and say that I remember my grandfather and my relatives would sit around the table and we'd go, die, enu, die, enu. And what would we be doing? We'd be hitting the the onion, you know, on each other. Enough. We're saying to the Egyptians, enough, die, enu. And that's what we have to say to this shithole that we live in. Die, enu. We need to update everything. We need to really do this for the people and not be oppressed by this nonsense regime. It's a joke, dude. We've had enough. We've had enough. Come on. Enough is enough. And this is for everyone. I don't care if you're Mossad. I don't care if you're the president now. I don't care. There's no dictator here. We're not doing no dictatorships here. And we need to change this place for peace, for all, for the better. Now. We're ready now. I've been ready. Are you ready? Let's do this.